It's me, Nate. I'm here. Let's get it going. And by say let's get it going, I mean we'll get going soon. But right now, just waiting for people to show up. You know, I don't want anyone to miss anything. You know, do not miss anything. If you blink, you might miss some of the stuff I'm doing. Right? This is some advanced shit coming out here. You know, I'm hitting it. I'm going for it. I see no viewers and no one's in the chat. Very curious.
Oh.
There you go. And then we're building Python.
You guys really
I mean,
only
it's
four
not
of you?
like it's still compiling a shit ton of fucking C, right? And see, it is using the standard. I thought so. I thought it was using C fucking 11. I thought it was using C11, right? So we're not even using C89 anymore.
You guys coming to the stream?
Yeah, you're.
Yes, the stream.
I only see
Oh, wait,
four
are you
viewers.
streaming?
I only see four viewers. This
I
is
wouldn't say.
Oh, you're streaming.
this is a little painful. You know what? It's fine. It's fine. You guys aren't my friends.
Ew, I can hear myself.
I
That was
understand.
disgusting.
Oh
I
yeah,
don't even know where your fucking stream is.
I'll give you my piss stream. I'll piss stream. Right
Yo,
now.
I first have to
I'll
actually
piss on your
make a
stream.
Twitch account. Let's see.
all right, cool. Thanks.
All right, I'll
See you guys on stream. Bye. All right, y'all. We got 4 in the chat. We got people chatting. We got Obama the Llama 114 saying hi. You know, that reminds me. I actually host a website about Obama. It's called ObamaDroneStrikes.com. It's fantastic. Let's just for funsies, real quick, right before I get started. Let's go to https://ObamaDroneStrikes.com. This is my website. It's beautiful. You know, it shows all the locations of Obama's drone striking. You know, pictures of Obama when he was drone striking. He really appreciates it. I mean, he seems to like drone striking. Look at him dancing there. That is some crazy stuff. Anyway, what's going on? Spicy DLL. I assume that is a DLL. I assume that's like a programming joke. Big respect to that. That's an Obummer. Thank you, Moose. That is, in fact, an Obummer. Drone striking is generally quite the Obummer. Anyway, so we're gonna hop into Arch Linux here. Let's log in. And last we left off, let me run Sway. So last we left off, oh, give it a second. There we are. Got this fun picture. Came up from Pape Changer. Shout out to Pape Changer. Best wallpaper changing application I ever wrote. Anyway, so last we left off, we were on GitHub, trolling through, trying to find different repositories that we can use for Advent of Code, or not Advent of Code, Hacktoberfest, hacktoberfest.com, which of course is the yearly celebration of open source put on by the folks over at DigitalOcean, where they try to get you to do free work for people on the internet for nothing. So I said, you know what, let's contribute this year, you know? So of course, to participate, all you got to do is find a repository that has all you got to do to contribute to Hacktoberfest is find a repository that has a Hacktoberfest tag. One such repository is github.com/npmail/papechanger. The most advanced wallpaper engine I've ever written. You see this Hacktoberfest tag here. So if you just search for projects with the Hacktoberfest tag, you'll find all sorts of projects that are looking for open source contributors. So I happened to find one. It is called Bark under the TechRail thing. So if you'll recall, we went to this TechRail, found Bark. It's fantastic. We noticed there's an issue that is open webhook support. And I said, you know what, man? I'm taking a shot. Before I took a shot, I decided to join their community on Discord. Hopefully there's nothing weird that comes up. Oh, beautiful. Nothing weird came up yet, but we'll see. So I joined their the TechRail Discord, and stream mode is enabled. Good. So I've been chatting away with the people from Bark. So one of the gentlemen from Bark said, hey, you know, we should work on optimizing the database. I said, I don't know anything about that. He said, look at this article. I read the article. It didn't seem to make sense. So I'm just going to keep powering on with my with the thing I was already planning on doing that had to do with, where is it? It's in here someplace. This, the webhook support to the Bark client. So if you'll recall, let me go into the code base, make this a little bit bigger for you guys. So if we go into the code base, there's TechRail. Actually, it's not in TechRail. I have my own fork. So if we go into my fork, we'll do git. First thing to do, of course, if you're contributing to open source, you always want to be working against the main branch as much as possible. So fetch all. I set up upstream to have the TechRail / Bark repository, and then of course origin is going to be my fork. So then you'll notice that there's been an update to main. So I'm just going to git merge upstream main, just in case there's some change I missed and there's a conflict. Client / client.go. Let's resolve this conflict real quick. And of course they added the bulk send. So I'm just gonna do that bad boy, and I think there might be another one. Nope, that's just my error. So we'll get that figured out in a minute. So now that we've merged that, we can do git status, and it'll show they've updated a whole bunch of stuff that didn't really matter to me. And we both made a modification to client/go. So what I'll do is I'll git add client / client.go, and then I will do git commit -m merge TechRail / Bark made latest. And now we are ready to start working. I'll push my my own branch to my own fork, and now it's time to get in there. So if I do a git diff upstream / main, it will show me what changes I've made. So I added this package alerts, which this is all for sending webhook calls when something is meant to be logged with the alert status, not status. When you call log.alert, it'll log it like normal and then also send a webhook. So what I was doing is I was working on setting up authentication, and then adding authentication to a client that holds that's sends off the webhooks. And what else did I do? I made some changes in the client.go file. Not too much though. So we'll get into it. So I'll open up NeoVim. This is of course NeoVim running the best configuration, quite possibly in the world. I've never seen a better one. I don't think anyone else has. Sound off in the chat if you have a better configuration. Maybe one of these days I'll do a configuration review. Spoiler alert, none of them are going to do well. Drinking delicious, bubbly, sparkling water because my body hates me if I want to drink anything other than unflavored sparkling water. Can't drink sugar, can't drink artificial sweeteners. It's awful. I hate this stuff. It's absolutely awful. Gross. Blueberry, yuck. Blackberry all day. You know what? Honestly, I'm just been getting into this bubbly stuff. Haven't tried all the flavors. Bought a bunch of them at Sam's Club, and I think I actually agree. Blueberry's not very good. Blackberry is probably where it's at. So let's edit config. Whoops. Client / where is it? Client.go on one side, because this is what's going to be calling it. And then on the other side, I will open up client / alerts / alerts.go. So this is where I'm working. So let's see, I have a to-do here, add basic HTTP auth. Yes, I do have to do that at some point, but type HTTP basic auth, make that a struct. And that just has a username and a password. So creating a constructor for that's going to be fairly easy. I'll just basically copy this. So it'll just be a func new HTTP basic auth. And that's going to take in a username and a password. And it's going to look like, it's going to look like this. Return HTTP basic auth. And then I will have a code action to fill it up. And that's all I needed. And why is it doing that? Oh, it's because I didn't return an authentication. How to get maximum dollars, says Teakettle Drone. So if you want to get maximum dollars, what you're going to want to do is go to this website called ethereum.org. Now, on ethereum.org, there's going to be a whole bunch of scams. So what you're going to want to do is make your own scam and then convince a whole bunch of people who want to get rich to buy into your scam. And then right before they realize that you're a scammer, you sell out and make $1 zillion. And then everybody else is left doing what's called holding the bag. Now, I don't know anything about this because I don't have $1 gazillion. But this is how you can make the maximum dollars if you choose not to, have any scruples or be a moral person. Additionally, if you don't want to be a moral person, you can also do the following. There's a website called Raytheon.com. These people, they make weapons that are probably the best in the world if you wish to go across the world and kill a bunch of innocent people. Again, I don't do this, so I don't know, but it looks like they have a careers page. You probably need a security clearance. Again, I wouldn't know. I work for a slightly less unethical company myself. But this will probably make you a lot of money if you want to make maximum ethical dollars. All right. So what you're going to want to do if you want to make maximum ethical dollars is create products and services that people want and do a very good job of that after spending years and years perfecting your skill and honing your craft. And then once people want these products, get this, they will give you money, and then all you have to do is give them the products that you made. And then any money left over, that's yours to keep. So if you do it long enough and well enough, then you can become like this little tech startup called Apple.com. So it is currently the most valuable company in the history of the world, and it all started when this guy no one's ever heard of, Steve Jobs, created this little tech startup called Apple. And, he's dead now. But as long as you don't adopt a fruitarian diet and refuse treatment for your pancreatic cancer, you'd be alive today. That's the thing. So most ethical dollars, you build products people want and sell them. Thanks for the question, Teakettle Drone. Also, Spicy DLL, we are in fact doing a rug pull. That is what's going to happen. No, we don't do that here. We at least pretend to have ethics. We're not going to be that dumb. Man, I really don't like this stuff. This makes me want to auto unalive. Is that what people say on Twitch? Is that how you get around saying, the words that aren't good for SEO and advertising? Anyway. Let's get back into this. So we need to return an authentication interface from here. And why isn't this working? Can I use it's not oh, that's right, because I need to implement add auth with the HTTP basic authentication. So that's not too bad. So func let's call it B for basic. B HTTP basic auth, and then it's called add auth, and it takes in a pointer of an HTTP dot request. Also sounds like a wagey. Very funny. It does. Anyway, so then to add HTTP authentication when given a pointer to an HTTP dot request, it's pretty simple. You do r dot, and then you look through all of the function signatures until there's one that makes sense. Cookie, context, refer, form file, add cookie. I'm the entertainer now. Look at me. Look at me. I am the entertainer now. Get out of here, tea kettle drone. I mean, don't actually get out of here. Please stay. You're really chatting up a storm over there. I appreciate it. Anyway. Set basic auth. There it is. Takes username and password. So username is going to be b dot, guess what? Username. And the password is going to be, whoops, b dot password. And that's really all that's necessary to set up the authentication stuff. So now all we need to do is, in the webhook, we need to have a start publishing that returns a channel that takes on webhook messages. So that's not too bad. So we do function with a receiver of the webhook message, or no, not the webhook message type. We will want to, I guess we need another type. So we'll do a, let's see. This is a topic of hot debate in the anything stopping you from being in the Discord. Quite entertaining to listen to that devil's advocate thing you were doing. I got to be honest, I'm trying to hone my skills writing code while having no people around to play off of, so I can be a better streamer in the future. Technically, nothing's stopping me from being in the Discord right now, but if I'm yelling about politics and not focusing on the code, then I'm going to be worse in the long term. This is a thing called low time value preference, which is kind of one of the biggest predictors of someone's success in the future. Is if, as a child, they ran this experiment where these children were given a single marshmallow put on a table in front of them, and then the researcher would leave the room and come back and say, "Hey kid, if you eat the marshmallow, you can eat the marshmallow whenever you want, but if you wait until I come back, I'll give you 2 marshmallows." So what would happen is some of the kids would eat the marshmallow immediately. Some of the kids would wait for a little while, sit on their hands, and then eat the marshmallow. Some of the kids would just sit there and not do anything and then wait and get the second marshmallow. And what would happen is, in a long, longitudinal study of these kids, it turns out that the most successful ones were the ones that waited for the marshmallow. What this is something called high or low time preference, which means if you have high time preference, you prefer everything you can get immediately, and you don't want to delay gratification and things of that nature, or they don't like marshmallows. Every kid likes marshmallows. Tea kettle drone, come on. So basically, if you force yourself to do something that's right in the long term, that generally leads to you being more successful. You know, a lot of people I knew would sit at home and smoke weed while I was writing code, and in the moment, they had a lot more fun. They were smoking weed, they were getting high with their friends, doing whatever. Meanwhile, I was stuck in a basement somewhere, just hacking away, writing code. But now, the people that did that are losers, and I am doing quite well for myself. So that's why I'm not in the Discord. It's because I'm trying to improve my long-term skills at the exclusion of some short-term entertainment for myself and for, other people. I want to hone my skills as a streamer so that I can do this for a long time and be good at it and be entertaining and help a lot of people learn how to write code and prove that it's not intimidating. But you know what is intimidating? Trying to name the interface that handles the webhooks. So I have the webhook interface. I guess I can just do a struct called type webhook lowercase struct, which probably isn't the best way to do this. I'm probably going to move this interface out to the client package. That way, if somebody decides they have a better webhook, then they can implement it. And actually, I'm just going to move that now. So I'm going to do that, and I will put it down here. Actually, I'm going to put it above the struct. I like putting these bad boys a little bit better. Now, originally they were thinking of doing a. I think this was already here when I got here. Type webhook function. I think that could also work, though I would rather do it with the interface now and change it later. Being entertaining is more subjective than coding, though. Indeed. Ooh, and then the webhook message has to be defined otherwise. You know what? I think it'll be fine. Alerts.webhook message. There we go. So then we're going to have the webhook struct, which will, what will it contain? It'll contain an authentication. Authentication. Authenticate-T-I-O-N. And then that's going to be of the authentication type. What else will it take? I don't know what else it'll take. That'll be about it. So then I will do a type. And then it's going to be not a type. Sorry. Func that uses a webhook receiver, except it's not going to be a webhook receiver. It's going to be a pointer to a webhook receiver. And it's going to be called start publishing. Publishing. Hello, we are here to publish. We are publishing everything. I'm really bad at doing a German accent. I'm sorry. I apologize to the viewers out there, all 10 of you. That is my apologies. Start publishing. And then that will take in a URL of a string. And then it will return a channel of webhook message. How neat is that? So now that this is here, return. Got him. Return nil. Ha. Eat your heart out. I don't know. Rust people. We got nils. We got nils. Unpublishing, says a small moose. I'm publishing. Oh. This is not a joking matter, though. Publishing is very important. So anyway, what we need to do is we need to start by setting up a channel, the channel that we will return. So let's see, ret : make chan webhook message, and we'll make it, I don't know, how many do we want in the buffer? I think 10 will be plenty, and that'll be changed at some point, I'm sure. So then at the end we will return ret, which is fantastic. Now, what we probably want to do is make this return a one-way channel so that other people can't send on this channel. Forgot how to do a one-way channel, so I'm going to Google that real quick. One-way channel Golang. What's the point of one-way channels? Joke's on you. I don't care what the point is. We're doing it. So this is a regular, what? So this is, what? Where's the... this doesn't help me at all. Stack Overflow is useless. I want it to just tell me the answer. There we go. This is more like it. A ping function only accepts a channel for sending values. So the ping function, so this is for sending. So then this one's for receiving. So that's a left arrow chan. So that will be what I want. Or an arrow on the left chan. It's only left arrows with channels. Everyone knows that. So we'll do a left arrow chan. And then we'll do the same over here. Left arrow channel. Fantastic. So then ret : make chan webhook message 10. Then what we're going to want to do is you pass a receive only channel. Yeah, of course I'm passing a receive only channel. What else would I be doing? Puh. Yeah, because I don't want anybody else sending on this. This is the start publishing. We can't have anybody just send webhook messages out. No, it's receive only. Except I don't want it to be receive only. I want it to be a send only. I don't want anyone else to receive on it. I did this exactly backwards. Good old technical difficulties. Oh, speaking of which, that reminds me. I came up with a technical difficulties screen that I'm going to play here in a second. I want everyone to tell me if it's like sexually assaulting your ears or if it's like a good volume or whatever. So do me a favor if you're paying attention. Just like do one of these things with your headphones so that it doesn't blow your ears out. If it was going to do that, I just want to make sure it's right. So here it is. All right, how was it? Did it work out? Was it good? Please, in the chat, let me know, because this is going to be a mainstay. I'm going to be cutting to that every 20 seconds when my code fails to compile, when I have a little brain fart, when I want to get up and get another bubbly, sparkling water. Anyone? Awful, which I think was the point. In what way was it awful? What do you mean awful? It was meant to, like, obviously the saxophone playing in the thing was not great, but like, was like the tonal quality actually bad, or was it just the music and the video of it that was bad? I feel like the sitting in silence thing isn't very entertaining. What volume relative to your voice you want? I want it to be quieter than my voice by like a fair amount, but like not so quiet that you have to like turn up your headphones to hear it. I want it to be like still obviously audible, but not like crazy. It was about equal to your voice. Okay, I'm going to turn it down by playing it again, and then I can get into the screen to turn it down. Is this about right? Because from where I'm looking, it looks like it's quite a bit quieter than my voice. Was that closer to? That's better. All right, thank you. Because I will be switching to that. So let me know if the audio is bad. I don't know how to. I'm not smart enough to monitor my own stream. That would be, I don't know, difficult. There's probably a setting in Streamlabs somewhere that allows me to get live monitoring. That'd probably be helpful. Is this it? No, I don't think that's it. Yes, that reminds me. I was going to put some music on this stream. Royalty-free music. No, I want Creative Commons music. Legal music for videos. CC Mixter. Oh, it's going to be beautiful. Fantastic. Fine music. Remixes? Sure, why not? This is live, boys. This is it. Instrumental music for film and video, royalty-free licenses, music for video games. Oh, we're going music for video games. All right, that is way too loud for me, so I'm sure it's absolutely destroying you guys' eardrums. Let's turn that down quite a bit and continue on. A little quieter yet. Is this about right? Yep, keep talking. Yeah, I do really need to start talking again because I'm out here fully jamming out, trying to lower my own volume so I don't blow my own eardrums out. And I wonder if this is gonna go on to the next song when I'm done. I don't know how that works. We'll figure it out when we get there. So let's get back into it. What was I doing? Oh, making a a send-only channel, of course. So we did that. Now what we need to do in the start publishing is we're going to have a go routine that what it does is just a loop. So it'd be for, oops, and then it will receive on that channel, which I need to pass in, chan webhook. Is music supposed to be playing? Oh, it is. Where's my music? Where's my music? Wait a second. Is this? Oh, it's tied directly to the volume of my... It's tied directly to my volume. So what I need to do is turn the volume down on my audio interface and then turn the volume up on my computer. And then this should be at about the right level. Maybe a little bit more than this. This is pain. I need to figure out a better way to mix this. Anyway, so infinite loop, and then read into the from the channel. So it'd be web. Let's see, new. Let's call it MSG message, and then colon equals. Yeah. Reading from that channel. So I'm just going to call it CH. Go a bit quieter on the music. Ah! This is pain. All I wanted was a little bit of music for my 10 loyal viewers. Thank you out there. I'm not going to do a giveaway or anything because I don't have any money, but still, thank you. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a go routine that just is an infinite loop that reads from the channel, message declared not used, and then it sends it off. So then what we will do is, what about your dumpster cloaked Lambo? What about the dumpster cloaked Lambo? Why do you think I have no money? I spend it all on the dumpster cloaked Lambo. Please. Come on. Come on. Come up with a better question than that. So I'll read the message on the channel, and then we will do JSON dot new encoder dot encode the message, which is just fantastic. Now maybe we make the encoding be a dynamic thing, but for now we'll just do JSON. And let me import JSON. There we go. Now I need to make this new encoder on a io.writer, so we'll do http.new request, and then the method is going to be a post, http.method post, and then what else do I need? New request needs. Oh, why is it mad at me? It's not going to tell me just because I have a little syntax error. Oh, I need capital M. Method post. Oh, and I did this wrong. Oops. Yeah, I know. New request. There we go. Nope. I swear, I'm usually better than this. Turn the music up a little bit. Where do you want the music? All right, now it's halfway between where it was before and where it is now, or where it was now. Whatever. Doesn't matter. This music thing is really throwing me off. I'm helping you find the sweet spot. Yeah, I found the sweet spot with your mom last night. Got him. String IO reader. What does that mean? Method URL body. So the URL is going to be very easy. http.method post, comma, URL, comma, and then the body is going to be. Oh, so I need the body before this. Who's sending Prime in my chat? How dare you? Also, whoever said goddamn, thanks, I guess. Two Heavens Dota. Did you chat earlier? Oh yeah, you did. You were talking about Blueberry. I respect your opinions because of your hot takes on bubbly water. All right, Primogen. Nani? I don't know. This is making me feel like an NPC streamer. Ice cream so good. Ice cream so good. Gang gang. Ice cream so good. Nani? Check out my NPC stream. The really good ones are lemon, lime, and orange cream ones. I'm trying to code here. I can't have the. I need more bullets. What? Bullets? This isn't a violent stream over here. We don't have bullets here because I'm family friendly for Twitch. And this wasn't a gun. This was just a point. I was just going to a regular point. This wasn't a. Oh, French NPC streamer guy. LOL. Anyway, enough with you, chat. I'll get back to you later. Actually, I'm going to drag my screen over so I can see chat easier without having to move my head so much. Because I really gotta go all the way across to see chat. When really chat, I respect you enough. You deserve a front and center spot. There we go. Now I only have to rotate my head this far to see chat. This is more like it. Guys, I am getting my setup going. This is beautiful. Anyway, yes, French NPC streamer guy, LOL. Let us continue. And honestly, I think I made this too big. Sorry if you have not very many pixels. I suppose buy more. I'm going to make this bad boy a little bit smaller. Anyway. What the heck was I doing? Oh, I was making a message. So then what we need to do is do a... What are we doing? io.writer... Is it new writer? No, it's new offset writer. I don't know anything about that. Let's look up. I know I think the IO package means there's a new way to make a writer from a byte array. Make writer from byte array Golang. How to use the io.writer. Blah blah blah. Blah 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 blah. Var buff. Oh, we want bytes.buffer. This isn't using the new IO library stuff. Body : equals bytes.new buffer. And it's mad at me because I haven't imported it. Use code action to import bytes. And now I need more arguments. I need a buffer. So then we'll do a slice of bytes. And that should have been enough. Body declared not used. User package bytes not in selector. Pfft, who cares? All right. Body. No, I don't want to do that. I want a new encoder on body. And then I want to encode message. And why is this thing still mad at me? User package. Oh. Body. No. Slice of byte. This is what I want. Fantastic. And then I just need an io.reader, which will be my bytes.buffer. Call it body. So then what we can just do is http dot... no, I want my request. What does a new request do? Returns an http.request an error. So rec, comma, error, : equals that. If error is not equal to nil, we're going to / to do this. And then we're going to do rec dot, is it just do? No. It's not going to be that easy. How do I tell it to send it off? There's some way to send it off. Oh, except we got to set basic off. You see, I forgot this. We have to give it the authentication. So w.authentication.add auth and then rec, which is fantastic. So we want to explicitly send the address of the rec. Cannot use that. Oh, it's a pointer to a pointer. Never mind. And then we can do rec dot send. Is there not send? What what's the thing to send off an HTTP request? I might be dumb, guys. This is not good. This is some basic stuff. I don't know. I don't know how I can call myself a coder if I don't even know how to send a basic HTTP request. So body header, cancel, proto, close, host, form body, TLS, parse, whatever, write proxy, form value, refer, cookies, context, write, clone, var, form file. Do I need to make a new HTTP something else that then sends off the RIC? How to do an HTTP request in Go. Why aren't you using Visual Studio? This is a Linux computer. In fact, I run Arch, by the way. So that's why I'm not using Visual Studio. I could throw this open in Visual Studio if you really want to see that, but I don't think any of us want that kind of pain. IDK, what that is. Well, Arch is this thing that you're just not cool enough to understand. I'm sorry. I hate to say it. Let's run Pape Changer a little bit more. Beautiful. Got some Cowboy Bebop going on. Anyway, HTTP.new request, blah, blah, blah. Oh, I want an HTTP.client. That explains. So HTTP.new client. Is this the one? Oh, fantastic. Dot something. Man, I really ought to learn how to do this. Your tabs are nuts. What tabs? What are you talking about? There's no tabs. I have 3 tabs. What do you want about, Moose? Tab spacing. Oh yeah, my tab spacing does go a little crazy. I haven't changed this because I'm used to working like with the stuff like this big, so I can see the entire file at once. So the tabs don't really matter to me that much. But yeah, you're right. I think my tabs are a little bit wide. What's the easiest way? Change tab stop NeoVim. Let's get this bad boy going. NeoVim docs. Because I just have it set to default. Alright, so CNext, CNS, previous, solution compile, Control F, tab. Tabs and spaces. Guys, let's get in the chat. If you like tabs, sound off. If you like spaces, shut the hell up. Tab stop is set to 8 by default. Oh, there it is. Thus, it's best to keep tab stop alone. For indenting lines, using multiple of 8 spaces, blah, blah, blah. Since the tab is 8 spaces, blah, blah, blah. Use a mix of tab and space characters. Since tab takes the place of 8 spaces, you can have fewer characters in your file. Inserting a tab is quicker than 8 spaces. Backspacing works file. Set soft tab stop equals 4. Soft tab stop makes the tab look at this. But actually use a combination of tabs and spaces. After you execute the whatever. I don't know how any of this works. This looks confusing. Just spaces, expand tab. This looks difficult. I'm just gonna keep allowing my tabs to go hard. Is it really 8? 1, 2. Well, I guess I wouldn't know. Huh. Maybe it's called tab width in Vim. H tab width. Tab stop. Remember spaces that a tab in a file counts for. See retab in the soft tab stop option. Saying tab stop to any value other than 8 can make your file appear wrong. Let's you know what? Just for funsies, let's do it. Set tab. Why isn't it? It's supposed to. Oh. Set tab stop 4. That didn't work. Am I doing this wrong? I think I'm doing this wrong. H tab. How do you sit on that couch with no back support? How do I sit on this couch with no back support? This couch is beautiful. This is a perfect couch. You don't sit on the couch. You lounge on the couch. Please. Please. Is it set tab line. Oh, I don't know what any of these mean. Emoji. I don't know what that means. Set tab line 4. That I'm doing this wrong. I'm doing this wrong. That's why my tabs go hard, because I don't know what the heck I'm doing. New request. I already had that. HTTP.client. What was I? I was going to make an HTTP request in Go. That thing I should know by now. I've only been writing this language for like 5 years or 7 years. Client equals HTTP.client. Client.do. That's what I wanted. HTTP.client. C : equals that. C dot. Want to be a pointer. C dot do. Do. Rec. And honestly, the HTTP response in the error, not going to do anything with them, but rest, comma, error, : equals that if error not equal to nil, to do this. And actually, we are going to get rid of rest. It's kind of not that useful. And of course, there's no new variables. I got rid of all the variables. So fantastic. So we have this thing going in this alerts package, which is fantastic. This is going to be the bulk of the work. The only problem is I don't have a way to get a new webhook handler. And frankly, the URL should just be in here. URL. URL. There's a URL type in Go, right? Because we can have this check, right? Go URL type. net/URL. That's what we want. So this will be a URL dot URL. Fantastic. And we need to import URL. Use the old LSP code action, import URL. So then start publishing. Doesn't need anything. And I will delete inner that thing. So this is all fantastic. So what we're doing is we're going to start publishing into this infinite loop, and anytime something comes in on the channel, we will concoct a message and send it, but we're not going to send it to that URL. We're going to send it to w.url. Where is it? Host path, user opaque scheme, raw path, raw query. What's the one that just gives you the whole thing? String. String reassembles the URL into a valid URL string. I think that will be it. Fantastic. So that's really useful, really good. The next thing to do is going to be to go back into client.go and get this stuff all set up again. So instead of alerts.webhook, it'll just be a local type called webhook. I have no cat jam emote. I don't know how to add people, add custom emotes. Is that a thing that I have to be good at Twitch to do? I don't know how any of that works. But this is a certified bop, yes. This song is a certified bop. I didn't even notice how hard it was bopping. I thought I was just really happy for being able to move on to working on the client from working on the webhook alerts code here. But I am truly jamming out to this. This is powerful. Feels like I'm in the village at like a. Feels like I play like a rogue in like some video game that takes place in like the 1500s, and I'm in a village that's not like an evil village, but they're like cool with me, and I'm just like chilling, listening to a story from like an old rogue who like runs the Rogues Guild or something. This is fantastic. Oh, with the flute. This is, in fact, a certified bop. So it's going to be a webhook. Set alert webhook. What am I going to do? webhook dot. No, I don't want that. I want this interface. It's a pointer to a webhook. We don't actually want to pointer to a webhook because pointer to a webhook is pointer to a pointer. There we go. WH. So now it compiles, and let's see what else we have in here. Let's log handler with custom out. So what we want to do is in the client code, when we do alert F, we want it to send the message. C.dispatch log message. Oh no. Did they go in here and do this? I didn't write this. Services.insert single request. Oh no, this is other stuff. This is like regular log messaging stuff. They didn't mess with my webhook stuff, I hope. How do I get back to where I was? Log handler. Guys, this is a little technical difficulties. I kind of lost place of what I was doing. I was afraid I'd been gotten, but no, this is all just normal stuff. So message, log parse, yeah, so this is all the same. So then I can just sneak in here and then do a send off webhook if configured. And then what we'll do is c dot alert webhook. So if that's not nil, if c.alert webhook is not equal to nil, what are we going to be doing? We are going to c dot. C is, you know what? So we added the alert webhook to the this, but we don't actually want this. We want the webhook channel. Well, maybe not. Hold on a second. So in the new client, URL, error level, service name, blah, 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 blah. So then they make this config, and then it's just returning the config. So they're calling it a config here and a client elsewhere. I see where they're going with this. So just real easy. We'll just do a webhook alerter, which will just be of that type webhook. And then potentially unused. Out of here. So we'll do a if webhook alerter is not equal to nil. Then we'll do webhook alerter dot start publishing, and this will all be configured elsewhere. And then we're going to do So then we'll do a what did I call this thing? Alert webhook. Let's see. Alert channel. There's going to be a chan of webhook message. Why is not do we webhook? Oh, I call it alerts. Alerts.webhook message. So then when we pass back that config, we will do alert channel, and that's going to be alert channel. Where does alert channel come from, you might ask? Well, I'll tell you where. We're going to do var alert channel is going to be a channel that sends over webhook messages. And then, yeah, that'll be fine. So webhook alert, I'm going to actually fix that. Space rename alerter. There we go. So what we're going to do is we're going to have the webhook alerter start publishing and then generate a... We don't have to generate anything. Alert channel equals. And then it's going to be a write-only channel. And this is supposed to be a write-only channel. Fantastic. I swear this makes sense. So now, set alert webhook. Ooh, I see what they're doing here. I see what they're doing here. So instead of setting this up inside of the original constructor, because it would be a lot of stuff, we're actually going to set this up inside that setup webhook channel. Sorry if this is a little confusing. I just got a little confused myself. But now that I know what's going on, we're going to yoink this code and then put this in here on the set alert webhook. So we'll do all of this stuff. C dot alert channel equals alert channel. And then instead of webhook alerter, we'll just do WH. Then this should do it. The only problem is we don't have that down there. Man, I do not know how to edit code and make it not be totally incomprehensible to the viewer. And this music is not helping. I'm trying to keep the energy up, and this is some low energy music. Let me just move on to something else. This is painful. Okay. Okay, this looks like it could bop. All right, this is gonna hit. I'm guaranteeing it. That's more like it. Alert webhook has no defined method, whatever. Of course, because it's not alert webhook anymore. It's called alert channel. Alert channel. Then L is going to be, what is that, a message? Models.barklog. Should I be accepting a bark log instead of a webhook message? What's in the bark log? Models.barklog. Let's split the window. Models/barklog.go. So it has ID, log time, log level, service name, session name, code, message data, more data. That's way better. In fact, we're not even going to do webhook message anymore. So wherever we find webhook message, we're just going to be using barklog. So that's only a few places. Models.barklog. And then in this one, we'll do the same thing. Oh, that didn't work. Models.barklog. And in here, we'll do models.barklog. Lego. Did I screw this up? Ret colon equals. Oh. I didn't need one of those. And then we will do a code action. Alright, never mind. We will just import it. github.com/techrail/bark/models. Did I spell this wrong? Bark log. There we go. So that's more like it. So then there is no webhook message. We just send off the bark log, which is absolutely fine by my book. So if alert channel is not equal to nil, we will send off that log c dot alert channel. And why is it mad at me? It's got 3 new errors. There weren't even that many errors before. Oh, this one's easy. Models.bark log. Bark log. And then here we'll do the same thing. Models.bark log. And we'll do another one. Models.bark log. I keep not capitalizing things. Darn you, Rust, for making me forget to capitalize things. And we don't need this import. So what's nice about this is you can use the alerts without... You can use the alerts by if the end user client wants to use the alerts package, they can feel free to. And if they don't want alerts at all, they don't even have to import it. Nothing imports the alerts package. This thing doesn't know about the alerts package. All it knows about is a channel that takes in a bark log, and then you can just pass in an alerter in this add alert thing, wherever it is. Which is a nice way of doing things. It makes the code a little bit easier to understand. The only interface is defined over here, which I think is quite good. And anyone's free to implement their own and then pass it in. It's a little bit more of a better, easier, what's it called, dependency injection way of doing things. No Jeb Bush music. On the bright side, Go is easy to follow. Go is easy to follow. I like Go. It's a good language. This struct with 80 pointer bytes could be 72. Yeah. Let's rearrange those fields. Let's make that real easy. And this one, potentially unused parameter, webhook alerter. Oh, I didn't even need to use this anyway. This is useless. So now the interpreter is the compiler's not complaining at me. Not compiler. The thing's not complaining at me, which is good. So now the only thing we have left is these errors, which the start publishing thing doesn't return any errors, and it doesn't even matter because this is a Go function that just runs on its own. So what I'm going to do is ignore it. Let's see. So before it was whip, but now it's going to be complete basic implementation. Now git push origin webhook. So now that I've completed the basic implementation, but I haven't tested anything, what I'm going to do is real quick, I'm going to go into their the repository for Bark, and I'm going to open up a PR. I'm just going to leave it as a draft. I'm going to say, this is the code. I haven't written any tests yet. I haven't written a an application using the client and using a webhook. But this is what I think the code is going to look like. That way, anyone who's trying to work against it, or anybody that has any strong opinions on how the code is structured or the code quality, they can make a determination as to if it looks right or not. That way I don't have to get through an entire testing regimen, and then it turns out that they didn't want it at all. So let's go back to the browser over here. Over here. Then throw open pull requests. New pull request. And then it will be mine npmail / well, why isn't it? Oh, compare across forks. That's what I want. TechRel Spark main, and I want head repository npmail / bark, and not main because they're the same, but webhook. What's a pull request? I'm a Twitch viewer. What? Thanks for asking. A pull request is basically a request where you say, hey, you own an open source library repository. I want to add my code to your code base. So you open up this thing called a pull request where they get to see what changes you want to make to the code. They can comment on it, and then at the end, they can allow the pull request to go through, and then your code changes will go into their code repository. it's a beautiful system. So like anyone that so if the maintainer wants to look at this, they can see the pull request here. They see all the code I've written. They see how it looks different from the code they have. You know, I rearranged a couple of imports here, rearranged this thing, but I've deleted that that comment and added my own interface here, and I kind of just made all this stuff. And they can see that I'm using, you know, they can see what I've done. And yeah, so I will create a pull request. Looks like you're opening a pull request, your first pull request in this project. Please be sure to review the contributing guidelines. Let's open up those in a new tab, and the code of conduct. This is very important. You got to play by their rules. You're coming into their house. You got to do what they say. So contributing. First off, thanks for taking the time to contribute. All types of contributions are encouraged and valued. Blah, blah, blah. Code of conduct. This project and everyone participating is governed by the BART Code of Conduct. By participating, you're expected to uphold this code. Please report unacceptable behavior to that person. So their code of conduct. Our pledge. In the interest of fostering an open and welcoming environment, we as contributors and maintainers pledge to make participation in our project and community a harassment-free experience for everyone, regardless of age, body size, disability, ethnicity, sex characteristics, gender identity expression, level of experience, education, socioeconomic status, nationality, personal appearance, race, religion, or sexual identity and orientation. Our standards, basically, be nice. Examples of unacceptable behavior, use of sexualized language or imagery, sexual attention or advances, trolling, harassment, doxing, and other conduct which would reasonably be considered inappropriate in a professional setting. Of course, I'm not participating in any of that stuff in this repository. Therefore, I'm good. Responsibilities. Project maintainers can do whatever the heck they want. Replies within all community spaces. And enforcement, send it to techrail@outlook.com. Great. So I'm in compliance with the code of conduct. So let's go back to the contribution guidelines. I want to contribute, reporting bugs, suggesting enhancements, first code, install Go, improve the documentation, style guides, join the team. I already did that. So I think I'm good. So one of the most important things to not get laughed out of the room is to make a good pull request, right? So opening the pull request, so I'm going to say add webhook alerting functionality. And I'm going to do this as a draft. I don't know how to spell draft. I will allow edits by maintainers. And what I will say is, first, we're going to mention that this should be addressing that issue, which is number 50, opened 2 weeks ago. Feed add webhook support to BART client. So this will be addressing issue number 50. This pull request adds a webhook dispatcher client to the client library. What do I say? At the time of writing this, it is a draft to ensure the code style I've written is compatible with the standards of the project. Please let me know if anything needs changing while I write tests and example code. I don't need to say too much since this is just going to be a draft. Think, is this how you make a draft? Draft pull request GitHub. Got to make sure I do this right. Okay, so it's a drop down. That's how I do it. So create draft pull request. And I think I'm ready. So I'm going to go ahead and look at some of the closed pull requests to make sure I'm not missing any obvious things in the style. Looks like I'm not. No description in that one. Let's look at another one. Very simple, very straightforward. Sometimes you'll have to fill out a whole... sometimes you'll have to fill out like a whole list of things before you can do it. Sometimes they have a lot of requirements. Sometimes you have to tag them. Luckily, it looks like this just is fairly simple and straightforward. Mine's very similar to like how this is structured, just addressing and then the issue it's addressing. So that is fantastic. So I have I've created the pull request, and frankly, I didn't think I would get this far. I don't know what to do now. For the second half of the stream, I think I'm going to well, first off, I got to send a message in the Discord for this project and let them know that I've created a draft pull request and they should take a look at it. Let me know if it looks right. Right now, I'm going to go get another beverage, and we will embark on the next project. Who's ready for the next project? This is fun. So I suppose I will be right back. Hold on. Oh, I lost my window. Oh no, I'm doing this wrong. Anyway. Did you miss me? I don't know if you missed me or not. Anyway, I assume you missed me. So the new beverage is going to be Spindrift Sparkling Water and Real Fruit Juice, and I'll be drinking it out of my Beepus cup. Fantastic. Nice. You rolled your car several times. Indeed, I did. So, well, let me finish up this pour. Throw a lid on here. There we are. Got to rotate the lid to the proper Beepus direction. Livio Bursk says, "Can you help me with my homework?" You know what? Normally I wouldn't, but I just can't resist homework. Send it over. And by send it over, I mean send it over on my my Discord. That's if you go to my website, it'll show it up there. So my website, npmail.com. You just click on Discord and it'll send you right in there. You send it over on your on Discord, and I'll help you out a little bit. Why not? You know, I wasn't expecting to get this far anyway, so this is good stuff. Well, let's check out what's going on in the server, and the guy who needs help with the homework hasn't joined the server, so this is a shame. This is a damn shame. You act like you want help with your homework. I'm ready to give it. And you're not getting help. Anyway, so as you all know, because I won't shut up about it, I run Arch Linux. But that's not what we're talking about right now. That's not important. What's important is I have a blog. But what I do with this blog is I host it. I just raw dog this bad boy on GitHub. I got a readme.md, and then each of my posts is a markdown file. And I like it. I think it's good. I think it's got tables, it's got headings, it's got links. You can put images in here. I don't put images in here, but you could. It's like theoretically possible. So, I write these blog posts, and then I go to this website, news.ycombinator.com, and I posted some stuff, right? So let's check out my submissions. So I've posted a few things. My most popular one is this one, Speak English to Me, The Secret World of Programmers. And I noticed in the comments, there's a lot of comments. I got a lot of people going with this. However, not all of the comments were singing my praises, which they should have been. Some of them said things like, I really wish people would stop writing blogs in naked GitHub repos. If I search for GitHub, you'll see, I feel like GitHub is not the right place to put a blog. Reading any text there that is longer than a single line gives me eye strain. I agree. I've seen more blogs on GitHub lately, and it's very annoying. I really wish people would stop writing blogs in naked GitHub repos. So these three people appear not to like this GitHub blog. So I need a way to host my blog that isn't just a raw GitHub repository. So I started thinking, there's static site generators out there like Hugo, which is, I spelled it wrong, Hugo, which this is fine. I use it on another project I'm on, blog.phonon.org. This is a Hugo generated static site, and it works pretty well. But it's not, it doesn't feel right, And there's others. There's what's the static? I don't know what's the one everyone uses that like GitHub assumes when you want to do it. It's Jekyll. Jekyll exists, written in Ruby. There's all sorts of static site generators, but frankly, I've tried every single one of these, all of them, including all of these and these and these, and they're not doing it for me. So instead of hosting it on a static site generator, and instead of using Rust to write a ridiculous backend to serve it, what I'm going to do is write one that works on the Playdate. It's a little video game console that has a crank, and frankly, it's the hottest developer platform out there. They've got a bustlin', I'm talking this community is bustlin'. They've got a community that's going crazy with writing code and using this device and all sorts of stuff. It's crazy. Everyone loves this device. It's going bonkers. Everybody's trying to get one. It's $200. You won't be able to get one until late 2023. I had to wait, I think, 2 years to get mine from when I ordered it. And this is the hottest place to be. So what I'm going to do for my next project is put my blog on the Playdate. I'm going to add it to the Playdate store as a game. And there's all sorts of games here. But this one's going to be my blog. And I think that'll satisfy all the people who have a problem with my blog being hosted on GitHub. All they'll have to do is spend $200 and purchase this ridiculous little black and white game console that has no backlight. And then they'll be able to read my blog. So what is this going to mean for me? All I got to do, real easy, is write a markdown parser and interpreter thing that runs on this device, and then write some libraries to display the various forms of markdown things on this device. Figure out how this crank works and make it so that you can scroll through my post by cranking it. And figure out a CI pipeline that will automatically, when I update my blog, rebuild the game for this. So we have our work set out, I suppose. So first things first, go to my blog, which I don't have cloned. Git clone, git at GitHub. NPmail blog. Fantastic. So we'll just make a new branch. Get checkout -b Playdate publishing. Fantastic. And then we'll make dear Playdate publishing. So the Playdate is a platform I have not coded for, so this will be really interesting if you want to watch me struggle at coding on a new platform, which I think this is what everything's about. So first off, do I do it in Lua or do I do it in C? I am okay at Lua. I configured my entire NeoVim with it, or I'm bad at C, and I think C might be the way to do it. Let's take a look at these good old documentations. So we got the C stuff, and this, that's a lot. There's a lot to this. Or I could do Insight Playdate with Lua. Wow. So I think the choice is easy. Definitely go with C. And frankly, I wasn't planning on doing this until later on this week. So really, I have nowhere to go with this because I actually just have to read through like a lot of this and set up some stuff, so it's not really boring having to figure out what's going on while being entertaining. So I suppose, thanks everyone for coming and watching. Thanks for sticking with it through the parts where I was, ear sexually assaulting you and having problems. We made almost an open source contribution. We still have to do testing on it and whatnot, but that'll come later. Thanks for tuning in. I'll catch you guys on the flip. And I need to get some end music to play when I'm leaving, but I don't have any. But I do have this. Thanks for watching. Check me out on Twitter and on YouTube and elsewhere. Pretty much every day, 7 p.m. Eastern Time to whenever I'm done with my tasks, apparently. Normally I try to go for 2 hours, but, almost an hour and a half is good enough. To the 6 of you that stuck in there, you're the real ones. And 8 of you, according to the viewer count on the stream manager. You guys are the real ones, and I appreciate it. Catch you all on the flip.